Miss Nancy here again, and I have some really fabulous young adult novels here for you this month, and I hope you will stop in and check them out. The first one I have to show you is called The Young Elites by Marie Lu. Now, those of you who fell in love with Marie Lu's Legend series, and I know there are many of you, will be eager to dive into this next series. I am not normally a fan of alternate fantasy like Lord of the Rings, but I loved this one. It is set on an earth that has 3 moons. It is the year 1361. It's at the height of the real medieval Inquisition, and a blood fever has ravaged the population. Some that survive, especially the teens, are disfigured in some way. Their hair is turned white or they have scars on their face, and this gives people hungry for power and uneducated people a real opportunity to persecute them. The young elites are part of this group. They're called Malfetos, and they have extraordinary powers. One of the young elites is the rightful heir to the throne, but his sister and her husband have usurped it. That part is very much like Shakespeare's Macbeth. So are born the Daggers, a group of young elites who are intent on taking back the kingdom. It's also a story about the psychological and physical abuse of children. Adelina, her father has rejected her and abused her, and many of the Malfetos are rounded up and executed. She, Adelina, struggles throughout to come to terms with herself and with her power, knowing how it can be very helpful but also very destructive. And I want to read you a couple of quotes here. Adelina will say this: "No one wants you to be yourself. They want you to be the versions of yourself that they like." And I think we've all felt that from time to time as we move through life. One of her trainers, Raphael, says about her, "Something blackens your heart, something deep and bitter. It has festered inside you for years, nurtured and encouraged. I have never felt anything like it." So that is the power that Adelina must face. I loved everything about this book. It was great action, a great story. The writing is wonderful. At times it's just exquisite. And because of it, I'm going to go back and read her Legend series. So it's a planned trilogy, and you can see Marie Lu's ideas of how the characters are supposed to look like on her blog, and I've already seen a lot of fan art develop as a result. Shelf Awareness called this book a mix of Game of Thrones and the X-Men. So if that interests you, come on in and check this out. It's got multiple star reviews, and we can't wait for you to read it. The Young Elites by Marie Lu. My next book is something that I waited and waited and waited for, and it's the final installment of a very, very important series by Neal Shusterman, The Unwind Dystology. This book is the final one, and it's called Undivided. And if you haven't yet found Shusterman's Unwind series, now is the time, because this is about a society that has gone really creepy as it eliminates teens who just don't seem to measure up. Are you a rebellious teen? Well, it's a good thing that you are not in unwind territory. I'm not going to tell you what unwinding is all about. It's very sick and very creepy, but it's part of a story about the power of mob fear, about the ability of humans to be their very worst against each other, and about justifying something the way it is. And my friends, a lot of what Shusterman has in here is on the horizon in modern medicine, which makes it even more important. That's probably why the series is so important, because we know that technology often goes faster than our brains can work with it ethically. And so Schusterman asks his readers to ask questions like, how far would you go to save your life or the life of someone you love? What price would you pay? Would you even go so far as to give up your humanity? He includes in this last installment links to actual articles that are on the web that relate to his concept. It allows us to think about the future in a very deep way. He even tips his hat to the old movie Soylent Green, so those of you who have seen that will want to kind of think about what he's talking about. And I want to read a quote to you from one of the bad guys in the book, Divan. He says, "If there's one thing I understand well, it is human nature. We are the pinnacle species, are we not? This is because we have a remarkable ability to adapt, not just physically, but emotionally, psychologically." And that's the crux of Unwind. People are accepting things that are not right just because, well, the end is a good thing. So start with Unwind and then end up here, and you won't be the same again. I will also tell you that I know it's going to be a movie. Neil Schusterman is working on the screenplay as we speak. So get involved with the Unwind histology. And for a lighter note, Raina Telgemeier has made us laugh with her books Smile and Drama. And now here's her latest, Sisters, which is the story of her relationship with her sister Amara. She has captured the heart of many teens and tweens, and this story is no exception. It's interesting to note in this book that she goes back in time and shows it to you in a unique way. When she is back in the past, the pages are yellow. The background of the pages are yellow. When she's in the present, they're white, so you know right away. It's all about sibling rivalry, jealousy with your sister, and the ups and downs of having to share life with someone. It takes a road trip for Raina to figure out that she really does love her sister. This is one of her best graphic novels, and they are on many state reading lists. And I just loved it. It's funny. It's cute. Check Sisters out and continue following Raina's crazy life. Sisters by Raina Telgemeier. And that's all we have for this month. Stop back next month and we'll see what we have in the young adult section for you to check out and enjoy. Bye!